Willie D Live.
You knew it wouldn't last long for these guys. It was a battle of the narcissist. No way possible you would have two guys like them able to um, sustain a relationship too long. Uh, this is Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. They apparently have been, it has apparently been dissolved with 8 months still remaining on its contract, ending a drawn-out campaign of invading federal agencies and firing thousands of federal workers. That doesn't exist. The Office of Personnel Management Director Scott Cooper told Reuters earlier this month when asked about DOGE's status, adding that it was no longer a centralized entity. The statement confirmed long-standing suspicions that DOGE, created by an executive order that Donald Trump signed on his first day, was on his way out. The tech billionaire Elon Musk and the former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy were tapped to lead the effort and were expected to drive large-scale structural reform through July 24th, 2026. We are actually trying to be as transparent as possible, Elon Musk said about the department back in February, ignoring the fact that DOGE agents refused to identify themselves in many cases, slashed agency spending often without consulting the agencies, and did not transparently provide a public accounting of its work. I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the DOGE organization. Man, a pair of lips will say anything, family. What the hell? A pair of lips will say anything. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, man, the relationship that they have was really weird. Now, you know, one of the biggest reasons why they bump heads is because both of these guys have always wanted to be the head, such in charge, right?
Building your
they've
custom
always
home
wanted to be the
is now
head in
easy.
charge. And so when you put two guys like that in a room, fam, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. Somebody, got the break. Somebody got to give it up. And that's what happened. Trump played his Trump card. Pun intended. He played his Trump card and took away those contracts from Elon Musk. Threatened to take away many contracts from Elon Musk. And once he did that, Elon got on his pivot and was like, you know what? He backed up and got off Trump. So Elon Musk, he had no choice but to bow down and acquiesce to Trump's demands. But having said that, they don't trust one another. So it's always going to be a problem between the two of them because, once they crossed that line or either one of them crossed the line, the trust was broken. But at the same time, I don't think the trust was ever there in the first place, though. I don't think neither one of them ever trusted each other. I don't think neither ever trusted the other. Suspicions that DOGE may have been disbanded began to surface earlier this summer. Politico recently reported that in June, staffers had packed up their clothes and bedding at the department's headquarters, where they had been sleeping since February, and looked for new homes. The Department of Government Efficiency had its employees sleeping at the offices. And we were supposed to believe that they were going to make our lives a little bit easier. Like we're going to be able to keep a roof over our heads and living conditions are going to get better and food prices going down and gas prices are going to go down and all this type of stuff. But the lie detector determined that that was indeed a lie. The Republicans are fighting, they're scrapping all over the place. You got Trump and ELON going at it. You got Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene going at it. She allegedly is supposed to resign in January. We'll see if that happens or not. But you also have, you got really you have Trump and everybody going at it. But then you have Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica. Charlie Kirk's wife, as you know, Charlie Kirk was murdered a few months ago. And his wife gave an impassioned speech at his memorial. She hugged Donald Trump, held on tight for dear life. And she hugged Vice President J.D. Vance on other occasions, really grabbed his neck, and it's a very tender hug, like really tender, like really loving hug, like in love type hug, right? Well, she just did an interview. Erica just did an interview where she stated that she wished she had been pregnant when Charlie Kirk died. Yeah, she said she wished she had been pregnant when he died. I guess make it make sense. Well, according to Erica, her and Charlie had planned on having 4 babies. They planned on having 4 babies, and they only had 2 babies when he died. So Erica thought, what greater gift to leave for Charlie to depart with than putting another baby up in her, knocking her up. I don't know why somebody would want to do that. I don't know why somebody would want to bring a child into the world guaranteeing that that child has no father. I can't see if maybe if she didn't have any kids already, maybe if she didn't have any kids and somehow, some way she loved him so much that she wanted to make sure that his bloodline stayed alive. Maybe. But I don't believe her. In fact, I think Erica's gonna get knocked up real soon. That's right, I said it. I think Erica's gonna get knocked up real soon, and it's gonna be somebody who had a relationship with Charlie Kirk. It's gonna be somebody close. No, she's not pregnant now. She says she wished she had been pregnant. She says she wished she had been pregnant when Charlie died. This chick is strange to me. She's really strange, and I don't trust her. But I guess Charlie deserved her. I guess they deserved each other. But the way she's been moving really, really funny. She's funny style. All up on Trump. Y'all remember at the memorial when Trump was hugging her? I'm not sure. Now, I'm not sure about this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure about this. But it sounded like Trump, when she was hugging Trump, it sounded like Trump said something like, I got you, girl. Yeah, I got you. I like that little thing you did last night. That's what it sounded like to me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear something like that? Let me see if y'all hear. Give me a thumbs up if you heard that. Thumbs down if you say, "Nah, man, I ain't hear nothing like that." But it just sounded like what I thought I heard him say something like that. Like he was like, "I got you, girl. You know, I like that little thing you did last night. You know, wiggle, wiggle. You know, it was. I think he said wiggle, wiggle, or something like that. Yeah, something. Yeah, I know. I saw that hug, man. That was a definitive hug. That wasn't no regular hug. There they go. This is I don't know if this is Trump at the Miss USA. I think they're saying that this is him at Miss USA pageant. So this is 2012. So it says they first met in 2012. This is back when Trump owned the Miss USA pageant. Somebody said if he hasn't had her, he will. Well, the door is definitely open now. Yeah, Trump about to make a Secretary of Agriculture now. Well, the door wide open now. It's wide open now. Yeah, man. Boy, you would have to be suspicious of every single chick that Trump employs, right? Every single chick that Trump give a position to, you got to be careful. You got to be suspicious of, because Trump is very transactional, right? So you got to be able to give him something. Like, what are you giving him? Especially if you coming in and you're not qualified for these positions that he giving you, you know you ain't got no qualifications. You jumping in front of everybody. What did you do to get in that position? That's the question the Democrats not even answering. See, this is one of the reasons why I loathe the Democrats. I loathe the Republicans too, but this is one of the reasons why I loathe the Democrats is because they just ain't gangster enough. Man, I'd be laying all into all of these people that Trump been employing. Every single day, they should be going after every single one of them for being disqualified. I mean, being unqualified. If you think about it, it's been so much incompetency in these fields that he filled with his friends. Every single time something goes bad in either one of those fields, I would go off. I would be right there. I have a PR machine on ready, just going at it all day, every day. The same way that the Republicans did when Biden and Obama was in office. They, at every turn, any little thing that happened, they even when something was as small as Barack wearing a tan suit, man, they turned that thing into a big old. They turned it into a huge story, like it was like the world was coming to an end or something. All of the networks were. He was President Obama wearing a tan suit, the tan suit that the president wore, the tan suit. In other news, the tan suit. President Obama is now about the tan suit, the tan gate, tan suit gate. That all of this crazy stuff. They blew it up. The Republicans, the Democrats, they ain't gangster like that. They not staying on code like that. They should have a propaganda machine at work 24/7, clowning the Republicans at every turn, while they're also working to try to, I guess, make the country better. Because you can do more than one thing at a time. But they seem to just be focused on one thing, and that's it. Like, if you want to win the primaries, if you want to win the midterms, you got to not just be protesting, going out weekly protesting. You got to be on code. You got to be, your message got to be on point. You got to have your message out there every single day, all day, every day. Message, on point all day, every day. You got to flood the market with the message. the same way they did. You got to flood the market with the message. And they haven't been doing that. But I think this chick gonna get knocked up within the next couple of years. She definitely got. I think she got a boyfriend too. I think she already got a new dude. I think she probably had the dude. She probably already had him. But I think she's gonna get a new dude, and she's gonna be knocked up within a couple of years or so. Absolutely, because I ain't never seen a grieving widow like her. But she be, boy, the way she hugged her husband's so-called friends, the way she hugging them and embracing them, you know, that's not proper. It's not proper. It's not classy. Nah. I don't trust her. I do not trust her.